It's out of habit. You pick up your phone just for a minute. Maybe to check one message, reply to a friend, or scroll through a few reels before bed. Nothing serious, just a quick escape, right? But then one reel turns into another. You're laughing, you're learning, you're drifting. And suddenly, that 1 minute has quietly stretched into an hour. Your tea's gone cold, your mind feels full but strangely empty, and you can't quite remember what you were even looking for. It's a quiet pattern, never loud, never demanding, but it borrows your attention, bit by bit, scroll by scroll, until your peace, your focus, your sense of presence are quietly replaced by 1,000 tiny voices telling you what to be, what to buy, and how to live. And while I understand that our phones help us connect and stay informed, maybe the real question isn't should I quit using my phone? Maybe it's when was the last time I felt truly at peace without it? I grew up in a household with 5 siblings, loud, loving, and always full of life. Being the youngest meant I got to witness everyone else's habits before I developed my own. Some of my earliest memories are of warm summer nights, when the power would go out and all of us would drag our bedding up to the rooftop. The air felt cooler there, and the stars looked closer. We'd talk, laugh, sometimes argue over who took more space, just the kind of chaos that makes a childhood memorable. But I remember one thing vividly. Every time someone's phone would light up, my father would gently remind us to put the phone away. Back then, I never really understood why it bothered him so much. But now, years later, I can see that he was right all along. The truth is, our phones are stealing something from us. Not just our time and attention, but our presence. Today, it feels like our lives are tangled in an endless web of screens. We wake up to one, work on another, and fall asleep to a third. TV, laptop, phone, on repeat. And it took me years of overstimulation, burnout, and comparison to realize that I needed to step back. I needed to find a rhythm that actually felt like mine. So slowly, I began building small habits, minimal mindful shifts that helped me reconnect with a slower, calmer version of myself. Here are some of the changes that truly transformed how I live with screens. The first step was to unfollow everything that didn't align with my lifestyle. And I mean everything. The kind of content you consume daily shapes your mindset more than you realize. Our social media feeds have become these quiet teachers we never asked for, subtly influencing our thoughts, our desires, and even our self worth. When you're constantly watching people shop endlessly, upgrade everything, or chase a kind of perfection that does not exist, your brain starts to think that's normal. So now, I regularly declutter my digital space. Every few months, I go through my social media accounts and unfollow any creator or page that doesn't resonate with the kind of life I want to live. No shade, no hard feelings, just a gentle redirection. Because I want my digital world to feel like an extension of my real one, calm, intentional, and rooted in minimalism. It's not about shutting out the world, it's about protecting your peace you have worked so hard to build. If there's one thing I've learned, it's that not every notification deserves your attention. We live in a world where, unfortunately, every app wants a piece of your focus. Every ping, vibration, and banner designed to pull you away from what really matters. And honestly, that constant interruption creates a kind of background anxiety we've learned to just ignore. So I started experimenting with something simple. I muted almost everything. Now, I've made some changes in my phone to deliver 3 batches of notifications in a day. Once mid-morning, a few hours after I wake up, again around lunch, and finally before bed. Apple makes this so easy with focus modes. And it's one of the few tech features I genuinely adore. This tiny change has made such a massive difference. Before, I'd start a task and get pulled away every few minutes by something completely irrelevant: a random sale, a meme, or a message that could easily wait. But now, I control when I let the world in. It's not about ignoring people, it's about protecting your peace. Because if you don't set boundaries with your phone, it will quietly erase the boundaries between your work, rest, and everything in between. This one was harder for me to unlearn. For the longest time, I believed that to belong, I needed to experience everything my friends did: the same shows, the same trends, the same conversations. If someone was talking about a new Netflix series, I'd binge watch it just to feel included, even if I didn't enjoy it, even if it left me drained. But over time, I started asking myself, why am I forcing myself to consume things that don't bring me joy? We live in a world of endless entertainment, hundreds of streaming platforms, and thousands of shows. It's impossible to keep up with all of it. And honestly, you don't have to. Now, I give myself permission to quit a show halfway if it doesn't feel right. I don't pressure myself to stay updated. I'd rather watch something that fills me with wonder, reflection, or peace. Something I truly get excited to watch at the end of the day. The truth is, belonging doesn't come from what you have watched or what you own. It comes from how authentically you live. And sometimes, the most peaceful choice is simply to not keep up. Self care is such a misunderstood concept. Somewhere along the way, it became about buying more skincare, more candles, more things to add to your routine. But true self care is often less about what you buy and more about what you do with intention. For me, it's the quiet rituals: reading a few pages before bed instead of scrolling, lighting a candle while journaling, my nightly skincare, just a simple 3 step routine, nothing fancy, but done with care. And sometimes, self care is simply doing something with your hands. On certain evenings, I paint, not to create something beautiful, just to feel the texture, the motion, the silence that fills the room when I'm lost in it. It reminds me that my senses were made for more than just screens. Self care to me means coming back to yourself, engaging your mind, body, and spirit in small, nourishing ways. When we scroll for hours, chasing little bursts of dopamine, we leave our nervous system overstimulated. But when you slow down, read, move, or breathe, your body remembers what calm feels like. This one was the hardest lesson for me to learn. Your environment and the people in it shape your energy more than you think. For years, I surrounded myself with people who didn't really understand the kind of life I wanted. They weren't bad people, they just lived differently. But I noticed how their constant negativity, subtle judgments, and lack of support slowly started seeping into my own thoughts. When you hear you're being unrealistic or that's not how life works enough times, you start to believe it. You've started shrinking yourself to fit the version of you that makes them comfortable. And that realization changed everything. Now, I'm intentional about who and what I let into my space. From the friends I confide in, to the accounts I follow, to the energy I allow in my home. My space is my sanctuary. I fill it with things that calm me. I let the music play softly in the background, and I make sure that the people I keep around me bring out peace, not pressure. Alignment, I've learned, isn't just about relationships. It's about energy hygiene. It's about noticing what drains you and gently stepping away from it, even if it's hard. Because your peace is too sacred to be constantly negotiated. These digital minimal habits have completely changed the way I live. I'm still learning, still unlearning, still finding balance. Some days I slip back into old patterns, but the difference now is that I notice it. I feel it in my body, and when that happens, I remind myself of those quiet rooftop nights from my childhood, when the life was slower, lighter, and simpler. And I think maybe that's what I've been trying to do all along, to return to that quiet simplicity where joy wasn't something we chased through screens, but something that naturally existed in our everyday lives. Maybe that's what minimalism really is, not just about things you own, but also the digital space you live in. A choice to live with intention, to stay rooted in what matters, and to find contentment in the small, quiet corners of life. Because at the end of the day, peace doesn't come from disconnecting from the world, it comes from reconnecting with yourself. And maybe this is your reminder to unfollow what no longer inspires you and mute what distracts you. Thank you for spending these few minutes with me today. If this video reminded you to slow down, I'd love for you to subscribe. And before you go, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. What's one small digital habit you'd like to change to feel a little more peaceful? Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you guys very soon.